Hello there, friends! We're one step away from the Blast Fall Finals finale, Heroic vs Liquid, Faze vs NIP, and it will take place in the Danish crazy arena. What could be better? And as always, a tiny news digest. The community continues to criticize S1mple, and Konfig seems to be signing a contract with a new team. It's a new day, a new video, and let's get straight to it. Of course, yesterday everyone was discussing what was going on with S1mple, how it affects the team and what it will lead to. If you open the comments on Twitter, you will see a huge amount of support for SDY and the most powerful criticism towards S1mple. Overdrive wrote that he cringed while watching these bursts and outrages. Many people supported him, but it's much more interesting that the most popular posts on Reddit decided to have focus on some other aspect of this whole situation. S1mple was clearly bullying the poor guy, while Electronic and Blade chose to stand aside and watch, not coping with their role as leaders. I will never be able to wholeheartedly support the organization which accepts such level of toxic behavior. We're not talking about SDY's game here, but about the fact that people need to show elementary decency towards teammates. I hope that SDY will find a team where he will be treated with respect, and I hope that S1mple will become a man, and Electronic and Blade will grow some balls. I partly agree with this. The moral component in the team is no less important than S1mple's hard aim. Therefore, there must be a person in the team who, at the right moment, will not be afraid to go against even the main star of the team in order to stop his toxicity. And earlier in NAVI, Zeus coped best with this role, being a real leader. Also, Reddit again remembered the times when S1mple didn't get involved in scandals as much as possible and seemed to be in his least toxic state in his career, and that was exactly a year ago. And NAVI then won everything possible with Boomich as their captain. He didn't contradict S1mple much, but it was clear that he always tried to cheer up and support the team at the right moment. And then the question arises, maybe it's really time for Blade and Electronic to either put S1mple in his place or become those leaders who will create a positive atmosphere in the team. Friends, what do you think? Let's discuss this situation in the comments below. Well, and since we remembered about S1mple, today n0nesy and him will hold a joint official match for the first time. Have you wanted to see how they would play together in the same team? Blast gave us the opportunity. As I understand it, they will be performing at the show match before the finals. I will definitely tell you about this in tomorrow's video. And also, another news is that Konfig seems to be planning to sign a new contract. He posted the word decisions on Twitter. Many have suggested that he received several offers and he's trying to choose the best one. As they write in the comments, it is possible that he got contacted by either TSM, which is assembling a new top team, or by NIP, which offers to take the place of Aztec. Where would you like to see Konfig? I'm waiting for your suggestions. Let's move on to the semi-final matches of Blast. Finally, it's an arena with Danish audience. And the greatest production too. Heroic vs Liquid. And just look at how crowd is greeting Cadian.
Heroic find themselves as the new kings of Denmark, battling against the odds, starting as the villains and becoming your heroes.
He went a long way from being a loser to becoming a public's favorite. Now, he's the new king of Denmark. I remember how Heroic were playing against Astralis at some tournaments, but I wouldn't remember that people were rooting for Cadian. And now everything changed. He earned this support, and he is ready to lead his team to the second finale in a row. Heroic vs Liquid. Let's watch. The Danes win the first round on their overpass, and then the arena instantly explodes. And Cadian does too. Energized by the fans, Heroic see no obstacles in their way, and now they are already leading with a score of 5-2 in attack. Liquid showed good resistance, but the Danes looked much stronger. 8 rounds in attack on overpass is a direct confirmation. In the second half of the game, the guys from Heroic lose the start, but then Cadian wins an important clutch.
Has to go for this bomb plant. Cadian, does he realize he's close? Oh, but they did get the bomb plant. Otherwise, this round is already lost. And now the question is, can Elige get that headshot? It has to be fast, but no! Cadian in front of the home crowd. A triple kill and a clutch.
And after that, nobody could stop the Danes. They were successful at everything. Heroic played so aggressively that Liquid sometimes couldn't even come out from respawns. Eventually, the Danes win 8 rounds in a row and the score is 16-10. A confident victory. Cadian is 1 map away from the grand finale, and he's unlikely to miss such a chance. Next up is Inferno, the choice of Liquid. Heroic continued their domination after Overpass on an emotional lift. The Danes successfully win key shootouts and clutches.
And he's going to get that gun back out. He needs the headshot, but shush! Oh dear! He survives on a single point of health.
However, Liquid weren't going to give up so easily. They win an important round on B, after which the defense loses its economy and proceeds to crumble abruptly. The North American team have won 6 rounds in a row and now the score was 8-7. In the second half, nothing was turning out in Liquid's favor. They lose the pistol round and then 2 more. Disastrous start. First, after a successful retake, OC stops a step away from the bomb, which is why the defense may not have the time to defuse it. And then, in the next round, Nitro thought that he already won the clutch and switched to knife in the most important moment. The guys got heavily tilted. Usually after such moments there's no chance for a win. But this is not about Liquid. The guys got together and began to play even harder, and they managed to turn the game on Inferno in their favor, leaving the Danes 1 round away from defeat.
They have to hold the bomb. That's a deep nade. That's going to be a touchdown on NAVI. And it's just down left. This one. Flash around the corner. But he didn't shoot that gun. He didn't reveal the position. They don't know about it yet. He walks out. Spray does not hit. And Neff is quick on the turnaround.
The Danes had no right to lose a map so easily in front of their audience. They win the 14th round, and in the decisive round, Heroic managed to plant a bomb in the last seconds.
They find a way in again. Heroic at the very end of the round. They get the bomb plant in Yakinda. He can't escape. Disgusting timing for Heroic. They've cleaved their way through onto the A bomb site, and Liquid speechless. Nitro, he has to clutch this on his own. He's gonna get one. The nade is good. Could it force out the AWP? Maybe not. Maybe not. Cadian is still alive back there, and there's a smoke to help him out. Nitro, he's walked into the crossfire. He's got the health for it. He's got the spray. Taking them down, and he's gonna go straight for it. Oh, but Cadian is there. He risks it all and gets the overtime.
Cadian gave his all for this comeback to happen, but that's it. Liquid were stronger in the overtime. The score is 19-17. We must all agree that they deserve to win Inferno more with such an attitude. Let's see what happened on the decisive map, Vertigo. After what we saw on Inferno, it should have been a very close game, but unfortunately, it wasn't. Liquid won a pistol and a force rounds, but from the first full buy, Heroic turned their focus on as much as they could, and started winning everything, even being outnumbered. The attack couldn't come up with something that would work. They even had troubles with an ordinary task, shooting down the Danes. It's 11-4 in the first half. What happened to the NA team that won Inferno? We haven't seen much action from them on Vertigo. In the second half of the game, Liquid win the pistol round again, and thanks to that, they started bouncing back, but not for so long. Yabi stops this mini comeback with 1 clutch. Man, just look at how Heroic shoot, and how confident they are. They simply keep destroying the opponent.
But it's just Neff on his own, and it's Heroic! They reached the grand final one more time. Back to back, they did it at the major, and they're back again. What an incredibly big day this is for Heroic.
It's 2-1, and the Danes deservedly reached the grand finale in their home arena. Here's what Cadian said in a post-match interview.
You know, I think that I can't emphasize enough what the addition of Jabby has done to this team. I think that the initiative he takes in the right moments is just so important for us. Also, I think a guy like Tessus, he stepped up massively today, and that was just so amazing to see. And yeah, I'm honestly just so proud of the boys. I couldn't have imagined any better setting to be in the final in, you know, so what a day it's been.
And what's it like for you, right? Last time you were in this arena, the boos were coming your way. You still saw a few Heroic jerseys, but this is a whole different spectacular thing.
I mean, look at this, all these Heroic jerseys, it's amazing, you know? And I think it also shows that I feel like we've been consistent for some time.
Yeah.
We try to open up, we try to show what the passion and love is in this team. and the team chemistry we have is unreal. You know, the camaraderie and friendship is what's really carrying it around, and I think that's something that everyone can look into and admire a little bit.
Congratulations to Heroic on reaching the finals, and the guys from Liquid have time to correct their mistakes now. As Nitro said after the match, they have an extremely weak map pool. They will train Anubis and nuke hard, and that sounds exciting. And now, let's move on to the second match. Faze versus NIP. The Swedes surprised everyone yesterday when they beat NAVI without a single chance. Now they have another test to go through. Will they be able to withstand against Faze? Let's see. Overpass opens the match, and NIP start off in a most confident style. They took 3 rounds in a row and should have taken this one, but Brokey performs an illegal no-scope and Faze wins a hopeless round. The fans were stunned, and even Device himself was shocked by this particular sequence of events. Look at how everyone loves this guy here.
Goats in the house.
Well, but nothing has changed drastically in the game after this. The Swedes decide to bounce back, and yeah, they were pretty serious about it.
We'll let Rez work.
Found timing.
Sauces one out.
But the next one, it's Brokey at bat yet again. Up close, unbeknownst to Rez. Killer instinct, missed shot, and a clutch out of Rez.
Oh no.
Ninjas take their 4th off the back of a 1v3.
Well,
NIP were leading with a score of 7-2, and Rain was the one who saved Faze from a complete defeat. In general, this guy almost single-handedly led the team to the score of 8-7, finishing the game for the defensive side with his individual stats being 18-9. After that, Kerrigan's team wins the beginning of the second half of the game, but starting from the full buy round, Faze's attack immediately ended. Ninjas take 7 rounds in a row and it's 16-11. That's pretty impressive how they beat Faze so effortlessly. After that, they will definitely be taken seriously. Alexi B managed to finish the game with 27 frags, a great game from the captain. The Swedes had only 1 map left to win to get to the grand finale. On their favorite nuke, Faze expectedly launched a comeback. They took 6 rounds in attack and were already planning to quickly transfer the game to the 3rd map. But NIP were not satisfied with this possible outcome. They saved up economy and took a series of rounds in response. Kerrigan has already gone through all possible tactics, but the Swedes show us a flawless defense and don't give up any more rounds, and the score becomes 9-6. In the second half of the game, NIP will also win a pistol round, which brings them to the score of 12-6. But this is not even the last thing to deal with. At some point, S-Stack repeats Twist's round from the grand finale of the major and makes 2 entries at A. After this, the Swedes take the next round too, and the score becomes 14-7. 2 rounds away from making it to the headlines. But Faze are no strangers to that sort of critical situations. They take the first round, and shortly after they take the second one, and then the third. The stadium is cheering, and Cadian is playing with the audience. Brokey and Robs are doing everything they can. The guys believed in themselves and managed to successfully have a comeback, resulting in the score being 14-14. But as soon as they decide to relax for a second, NIP take the 15th round with a usual A entrance, though with a couple of oof headshots. And in the last round, Faze were as close to failure as possible. The Swedes find 2 entries and the whole team rushes B, where only Robs was left.
Hopes to hold. Rez will be stopped first. He sees the B. It's 3. Big impact from Robs. Rain closes the door. Closes the door. Closes the door. Ninjas have faltered, and we go OT.
oh, what a way to do it.
Ice cold Robs.
What did he just do? How Faze are able to do that all the time? The round was already almost lost, but the guys show character and fight till the end. And just look at what they do in the next round.
Little bits of left on Hampus, who holds.
Kerrigan.
Ready for the Kerrigan push, who maybe gets a little too ahead of himself. Brokey's not got it. No, sir. Hampus continues to deliver. And while Rez is pinned in behind the pillar, it's now man advantage for the Ninjas. Faze continue to press. Twist gets 2, low HP on the little that remains of the clan. And Esatag, well, they don't know where the hell he's at, so he holds. Oh, he holds. And behold his moment here in OT. Flash out from the window, bomb being defused. He has to run down Rain. He has to get this kill. And sure enough,
Oh no, he doesn't.
he comes through.
Faze gets a defuse.
How close close is that?
This is a crazy match right here, with incredible emotions. Fractions of a second separated S-Stack from winning the clutch. A huge blow to the morale of the Swedes. Well, the final point was Alexi B's loss in the captain's clutch. You can't do anything about this magic of Faze. They perform an unbelievable comeback and win Nuke with a score of 19-17. NIP lacked character and experience, but Robs had it all. He carried the game on this map for his team. Sadly, there was no battle on Mirage whatsoever. The Swedes have lost their momentum eventually, and they were no longer able to show their game. Faze were leading with a score of 5-1 in attack, feeling no resistance at all. Again, only Alexi B tried to fight back, making multi-kills in rounds, but it's no captain's duty to do this. More like Hampus, for example. Ninjas needed him very much, but he failed on all 3 maps. Only thanks to the individual performance of Brolin and Alexi B, Ninjas managed to win 7 rounds in defense. In the second half of the game, the story continued. There were no actions from the Swedes at all. It felt like they were just turned off. They were supposed to take that nuke, but instead, they got seriously tilted. They were dying one by one on the middle and pushing into smokes. It's painful to watch. And as for Faze, I recognize the team that has won the major. When they catch this champion wipe, even Prime NAVI won't be able to stop them. The score is 16-8, 0 chance for NIP. Kerrigan made it to the grand finale.
Kerrigan finds himself the last 2, and with that, FaZe Clan are grand finalists. The road to redemption from the road to Rio is painted with the blood of NIP.
Well, the final promises to be truly great. Faze versus Heroic, Cadian versus Kerrigan. It's gonna be epic anyways. It's a shame that NIP gave away their victory, but it also means that they haven't grown enough yet, as they simply do not deserve to play in the finals. Still, the team is on the right track, and I think if they continue in the same spirit, victory is just around the corner. After the game, S-Stack was asked why did not they choose Ancient as the decisive map, since they had such an opportunity. NIP's win rate on Ancient is 40% against 14 on Mirage. And here's what he replied: that was my captain who decided. It was the choice of our coach and captain. If they said so, then so be it. I trust them completely, as do all the other members of our team. I have nothing more to say. If this is really the case, we should all pay respect to Alexi B. In a couple of months, this guy managed to earn the respect of his teammates. Well, and today we're watching the show match and the grand finale. It's gonna be awesome. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything for sure. See you soon.